Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Minor Illusion. And today we're going to be doing some short story work where we're going to be exploring the past in short stories. This time with Lona's character, Alvivor Nidra. We're going to dive into the goblin's interesting and shady past. A little bit, maybe a bit about her family's influence, who this Nidra family is. It's a big, powerful family in the Dosh Kingdom before we'll call, say, the events of the regicidal catastrophe that occurred in the last short story episode. So this will be a little bit further back. We're pushing probably 7 years into Elvivor's past. And hey, yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, very well, thanks. How are you?
Perfect. Just a couple of thanks for services being provided to people in general. As always, D&D Beyond, please, brilliant use of the service of interactable character sheet, which you find at dndbeyond.com. Bit Symphony for providing music, which is not currently running right now. We'll run some music in Astral, because we will be using Astral today. Astral itself is astraltabletop.com, is a brilliant web browser D&D battle map with lots of nice little features that's continuously being updated with new content every so often. There's still a lot of stuff being updated, a few things have gone out. Building new weather systems, and they have a huge library of assets you can use to help build your maps. Put tokens, so that's where we have the new tokens. But we do have another announcement. We have some artwork coming, which we might see at Monday's session. Hopefully, we'll be able to showcase the new character art of what the actual 8 characters are called. Maybe even then we might get to find out what this party's going to be called. I'm going to leave that up to the 8 members of that group to try and see if they can figure something out. But it's going to be an explosive day. Yeah. So shall we jump into tonight's episode of Short Stories?
I believe so, but firstly, a big thank you to everybody that's watching as well. I think it's important to give them a little shout out because we've got a mantra in the chat this evening. So everybody, keep hold of your coin purses.
I love how Thief is telling everybody to look after their money.
Right? Like I ain't quite a thief in real life. Neither is she, to
I
be
talked
fair.
about Avulvor, but yes. Right. So we've got some dice to go. Let's get started. So, as always, this is just a little reminisce in the characters' minds. Probably during a sleep, a long rest of some sort. Nidra's inside. Madame Nidra herself is inside her own tent, wrapped up in a bedroll, uniquely having a subconscious conversation with Nugazanat, her interesting and sentient dagger. But she starts to reminisce a family memory, a memory of familiarity, back where things were not so shaky. She wakes up walking towards quite a large, huge, old wooden, dark wood, probably. What's be a good wood? It's just a quite dark with greeny red roofing, quite fancy looking, paved everything. Rich people live here, and Alvivor, feeling quite young, 7, 8 years younger than what she would be when she's currently dreaming just now, walks up and enters in to the Nidra family manor. As you enter this luxurious mansion, almost immediately do you feel a blade to your throat as your dearest brother, Casherin, pushes you against the door with a look of threat and danger towards your eyes, indicating that he's intended to kill you. Where's Granddad?
A good morning to you too.
Where's Granddad?
You and I both know that this time of day he's usually down the casino.
He's
making
been missing.
deals. And you assume I know where he is because...
Because you're his stupid favourite.
Then you better get that blade away from my throat.
Look, the last time we saw Granddad, he was down in some kind of elven town called Hayafal. You know, that little small skirmishes between the Drowls and the Welfs. Apparently he was there doing something and he pissed somebody off.
You and I both know Grandad knows how to handle himself. Besides, he didn't go alone, he's got protection with him.
He looks over his shoulder. Can you make a perception check?
10.
That's perfect, that's fine, that's more than enough. You look over his shoulder, you see a bag with slightly greenish red blood, so quite brownish, dripping from inside the bag. It's about 30 feet just in front of you, and it goes, well, there's the rest of the entourage.
You're gonna have to elaborate a little bit.
He moves off you, shoves you forward. What do you do?
Okay, sorry, is my brother just shoved me?
Yeah, shoved you forward towards the bag.
What the hell do you want me to do with this?
Look at it.
I swear, if you've slaughtered Wart, this is going to be a messy cleanup job.
I don't know where Ward is,
Oh, that makes a change.
but I know where all the orc bodyguards are.
I'm guessing in the bag. I open the bag.
You see through 4 orc heads, the men sworn to protect your grandfather.
Okay, I see your point now. But what makes you think that I know where he is?
Because he tells you everything. Anyway, safe house that he may have put you through, because you know I'd like to get my will share. Which he keeps on him!
Well, quick question. If this is supposed to be Grandad's entourage, who the heck delivered the heads if they're meant to be out with him?
They were already here.
Right, okay. Let's go have a look in his office then. It'll probably be in his little black book where exactly he is and what his travel plans are.
So, both of you walk upstairs, head into the very top. There's this big, huge door. When you enter, there's a nice big office, leather chair right at the back, desk, quills, inks, everything's there, and another goblin literally going rummaging through all the scrolls and parchments. It's Wart.
Well, I'm surprised to see you away from Cashimir's arse for a change. You're like his bloody shadow. Where the hell have you been?
When the hell did you get home?
Never mind when I got home. What are you doing in Grandfather's study?
Looking for the key to the safe.
As if he's gonna leave it there, you dunderhead. Where's his little black book? We need to know where he is.
He had that with him. Look.
I don't suppose you've found a travel itinerary then?
Huh?
Travel itinerary? It's a plan people make when they're going travelling, so that they know where they're supposed to be for what and when and who and why.
So that's an intelligence check of -2. What? big words. A bit difficult.
Okay, let me put this in a way you're going to understand, Ward. Because I'm your little sister, and I should have a soft, tender side towards you. Finger,
Tender meat? We get food?
finger, point to door. Wart, follow, finger. Out the door.
Tender meat behind the door. Yay! Just toddles along. Cashier just sits here just looking at the desk. You can see exasperation on his face.
You were the one that dropped him on his head as an infant, so don't blame me. Let's see now. I start flicking through the papers on Grandad's desk and his drawers.
Make an investigation check.
Right, okay, investigation. So that's 16.
Okay, that's fine. So, nothing in the school's parchments books, anything there is really helpful in this house. However, you do see a seal. It's a wax seal that is used. You just see the remaining stamp that's on it. It's been peeled away and ripped off and left aside. This usually falls into a bin or some kind of a trash compartment that gets taken out by the servants who you haven't seen in for a while. Looking closer at this wax seal, it's a wax seal that belongs to some sort of body of governance inside Menzo Bazanan, which is famously known as the massive undercity of the Drow. That seems to be the only thing you could find that even indicates where Ababil Nidra might be. That's strange on his desk.
Well, you were right about one thing. He is going to see the Drow.
Then maybe we should head to Hayahil. It's a little port city. We can probably take a boat from. Well, ever since those orcs moved, ever since I war of those orcs, and we need to try and avoid that, so may as well head the land route.
The land would be safer. Let me see now. Think. Horrific. He'll be able to give us guided, safe travel. He should also know the routes that the other entourage were taking.
Just to point out this time, you've not met your fellow orc friend.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Sorry, I did mean to mention this. This is going to be pre-him.
Okay. Let's see if we can get one of the orc entourage that stayed behind to guard the place to guide us, because they should be all in collaboration about the travel plans, the routes, everything like that.
You've been away for a while, haven't you?
Apparently long enough for you to be, how do I put this, more paranoid than before. Why? What have I missed?
Granddad may have been involved. You want to say I brokered a deal between the Drow and the Gilanasari? More like he helped the Gilanasari annex this port town from the Dominion. It was a ludicrous opportunity. We were going to get a lot of gems out of it. A lot of money.
This pursuit of profit should always include the necessary risk assessment for if that profit is going to be worth it.
Oh, he
And
was supposed to be out of there long before
well,
now, but we don't know what happened. The thing is, as far as I've been told, no deal was even. No, the meeting never took place.
did he even get there?
That's probably might have happened. But maybe. Hey! Mail
Yes.
here! The mailman delivered this. The mailbird thing. So
Hey, give me that.
It's quite a small scroll. About we'll say about this big. You open it up. It is from a raven. It is in Globaloid, so you're Globin. Sorry, so you're able to read the language fairly. It states. The master has been taken. He reached his destination but was ambushed and seized by Dominion soldiers. It would seem that the Gladisari decided to militaristically annex the town, and Deir Ababuto was captured by the Dominion army. It said it might be being held quite close to the port town of Hayafil. You should break haste soon, because I believe they're taking him back to Menzo Bazanan. And if he goes in there, there's no way we're going to bring him back out. I'm certainly not going to pay for the money that would cost for that kind of rescue. Don't need nothing short of an army. There's no signature.
Okay, well, I know where we are going. Pack your bags, cheesehead. You too, Grumpy. Come on.
Keys! Hi, Keys.
How are you, the older brother?
No. This is, Wart. I like
I know.
Keys.
I know. He's older than me.
I think he said the older brother, so he would be older than Cashier, is what you can apply.
No, he's the middle brother.
Yeah, being implied with the way you were saying that. Okay.
Either way, come
So
on.
You put passage to have with the money that you have at disposal, you've managed to book a passage towards the Elver border. After about 3 days trying to get through the border, you're let through. As it took a while for that permission to come through, you were held at the border for about 3 days. Eventually, you do arrive at Hayafil. Hayal Hill. There we go. Hayal Hill. Its pronunciation is brilliant. You reach the town. You were expected as the town mayor and the military commander of the region for the Glanasari were made aware of your approach ever since you entered the borders of the Glanasari Empire. Now, off to further south and off to the east, there is a couple of stacks of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You see quite a lot of battle here. These would be typical of just basic bodies being stacked up to be burned. Of Drow. Any elves, as it's very commonly known, the wood elves, the Glanasari, would bury their dead at the World Tree of the capital in Niall. Oh god, the names of these places, it's so hard to remember them all. 1 second. Because you see these carts start to go by, one by one, all bringing corpses back to the central of the Glenasari realm. And they're taken, usually, which is, it's very common knowledge, they're brought straight back to Niels Falas City, which is a city without any sort of stone or metal woodwork of any kind. Where it comes to structure, it's all grown from trees, and it's basically a large tree, which, despite being, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, about 400, 500 miles away, you can still see the tree quite clearly from here. The place is a sham. It's absolutely disgusting. There's sites of destruction everywhere. Buildings are burnt over. Soldiers are seen bandaged walking around. Some with limbs missing returning home. You get a sudden fear of your safety, not from being attacked by somebody, but the fact that there's been so much death here. Way more death than you have ever seen. Babuto's family, I assume. A Glenasari military commander of some sort with helmet on comes up and inquires.
Thank you for your patronage.
I see. Now, why would you bring yourselves to this location? Ababuto would be dead by now, and retrieving his body would be next to impossible. It would probably be burned.
As you can appreciate, as his grandchildren and next of kin, we want to ensure that he is fully dead before we start splitting his assets and fighting over them.
A little bit of a mortification. That seems to be the money seems to be the clear driven motive here to seek him out. I'm not going to lie to you. There's still a lot of drow in the area. We've been trying to track down one small group of drow. Group of 8. They were seen with some sort of halfling unknown, we're not sure. And if you follow the coast southward, perhaps you might find what you're looking for. The Mayor Simpson says, I honestly believe he's dead. We'd like you to leave as soon as possible. The Empress has authorized this mission of yours, but you have 2 days, and then you must leave.
We will gladly be out of your way once we've retrieved his personal effects, and again confirm whether he is alive or dead, as per our culture and customs. Please take no notice of myself and my
Cashier just literally steps in and goes, we'll get him, but we have a business proposition for you to extend the amount of time that you allow us to search, because this is a big, lush country. And I would appreciate a bit more time. No.
I think what my brother is maybe trying to ask in a roundabout way is it
40. You have 40 hours. Quite frankly, we do not trust goblins. We do not want you here. Ababoto was here as part of a diplomatic mission to the area. We do not want outsiders in our realm. He's here on a set date. That date expires in 2 days. See to that you're gone or leaving this realm by that time.
We shall abide by our grandfather's diplomatic limitations. Thank you very much for the information. Come on, Kashmir. War.
Look at this.
What?
We're on
Well,
somebody's
that's
wall.
one hell of a view there, Mantra.
It is.
Anyway, come along, you two.
You're not in charge. I'm the oldest. I'm in charge. How about you shut your mouth and let me lead? See, if it wasn't for you trying to sweet talk him, he throws his hands and you see some eldritch energy thrown. I would have blasted his face off if he didn't give us what we wanted.
And therefore we would have gone thrown out the city limits much faster and not been able to get grandfather.
Look,
You have to think we are in a different place.
you're too young to understand. You're too young to understand.
I understand a hell of a lot more than you think I do, you sexist pig. Now come on. We're wasting time standing here arguing.
As you're walking around the city or the town, Wart keeps getting dismissed, but always wants to keep bringing something up. He was trying to bring something up quite a few times, but you both dismissed it because Wart never seems to have any sort of anything interesting to do. But half the time he has spoken, it's mostly food he's wanted to talk about. Now, Wart usually likes to eat a lot when he's nervous. Morocco never puts on any pounds. But at this point, you're talking, and you notice, strangely, that the requests have suddenly stopped. You turn to see that Wart is nowhere to be seen beside you. Oh great, we're gonna lose another one!
He's not exactly a big loss, though, is he?
You can make an insight check.
Okay, so it's 14 plus 2, so 16.
Okay. You can pretty much guess that Cashian is biting his tongue right now.
I'm sorry, that was disrespectful of me. Do you want to go back and get him now, or will we proceed and get to Grandpa?
Biting his tongue is he doesn't agree who is worthless out of the three of you. But sorry if that was. I thought that might be a little bit more clear.
Fair enough then. I thought it was because he actually secretly likes Wart a lot better than I like him.
Oh, he does. He definitely does. But yeah. As time goes on, you start to communicate with it, and it's getting late, so you have to put up for the night. One of the taverns still remains open. It was the tavern that Abunto was going to be using. Do you want to stay here? This nameless tavern. There's no name on the side where it's been destroyed. The door's half off the hinges, but it seems to be a place where the grandfather was going to be staying. Albeit there's only one big bed. Do you wish to stay here for the night?
Yeah. I'll go in and I'll speak to the person behind the bar. So, good evening. Down here. The vertically impaired over the bar.
Oh my!
Hi.
What the hell? Oh. You look... You're not a Buto, are you?
No. I am his
Hideous.
grandson.
What can I do for you?
We were wondering if we could have a room for the evening.
I'm generally looking for a cloth or something so I can do this properly. Where's my face mask? That's fine, let's do this. Well, I've got a room still reserved for the name of Nidra.
Yes, we are the Nidra family. Our grandfather was supposed to have been here, but unfortunately he's been indisposed. We can't track him down.
I see. I assume you want all all the extras that he asked for the comfort of his stay.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
Yes, just hurry up, just give us a key. Sure.
Yes, that'll be a yes then.
Okay. Warden, Gesher just literally disappeared upstairs quite fast, much faster than you did.
Oh, he's came back, has he?
Yeah, you saw. You weren't expecting it, but this ward is here. Looks like he's been out searching. He looks like he's but you do as you saw them both go upstairs. You hear, "Go! Where the fuck did you go?" I was questioning people. They know where Granddad is. He just grabs him by the ear and just takes him into the room, and then all of a sudden you hear something heavy drop.
Right, I'm going to sneak up and try and listen to what the hell they're saying through the door.
Make a stealth check for me.
Yes! Natural 20 with stealth of 5, so that's 25.
25 stealth, okay. You silently climb those stairs. Slight suddenly gets to the door. There's no noise whatsoever. The door's open. You peek in, and you see Ward and Kashmir there, but beyond them is a few naked female half-elves. One of them asks, "Where is Master Albuto tonight?" The cashier turns around and just closes the door on you.
I'm sorry.
And you hear the door lock.
I just bang on the door going, "Hey, I could do with a little bit of action too."
No noise. How do you do here? Keep it down. Try to sleep here. Yeah, this is another room just a little bit down the hall.
Yeah, I know fine well what you're trying to do. Right. I head back downstairs.
This is not your brother's. This is another room just down the hallway.
I know.
As you look down, you see a head poking out. Quite interestingly, this is another elf. Wood elf. Very fair complexion. Did they lock you out?
Yes, but to be fair, three's a crowd. Are you meant to be in there? Because I think you've missed your. You've missed your cue.
No, I was one of the diplomatic missionaries who were here. That was actually supposed to meet the man that was supposed to have that room. Are you related to him or of some sort?
Yes, I do apologise about that misinterpretation. I mean, no offence. I am Alvever Nidra.
Oh, you can call me Sylvie. Hi.
Thank you, Sylvie. I am Abilta's granddaughter.
Ha. Well, I'm attached to the Galasani High Council as one of their foreign diplomats to. I was tasked to deal with this drow mess, but it looks like the High Council decided to just go ahead and press the attack and retake the town. So my job here is pretty much fruitless. All I can guess I can be involved in is just deal with the aftermath.
It's the aftermath that we have a concern about, is we believe that our grandfather has been caught up in it. He was meant to be here to rest up and travel back home, but he hasn't been seen.
Oh, he's been seen. He was captured by a group of 8 or 9 drow that's somewhere south of here. They're hiding out in one of the Swamp Hill tundra areas. I don't know where. He's definitely alive. I assume you're going to be looking for him, or if you got some goblin army with you to help look for him of some sort. So I don't
Not
know.
an army, but I do have my 2 compatriots with me, and I am perfectly
As you say
capable.
that, you could just hear the noise. Unspeakable what you're hearing, but you hear the noise coming from his room.
My 2 idiot, sexist, very testosterone-filled compatriots, and I are very much capable of handling this situation.
Quite. Come see me tomorrow. 2 hours after dawn. I'll see if I can get some information for you. I have full access to all the intelligence in the area anyway. Um, I'll see if I can direct you where he might be located. A small company of goblins will probably be a lot better than plate elves, druids, and whatnot marching around searching for them.
Well, we certainly have the stealth aspect over yourselves. Kind of hard to see when the barman can't even see me over the bar.
Oh, I know somebody really stealth. And do you like cats?
I'm more of a canine person myself.
Ah, that's fine. No, I know a good cat that can get around here and there. And if the stealth doesn't if the stealth doesn't do enough, I'm sure they can trick their way around as well. But
Hmm.
it's been a long day for me. I'll see what sleep I can get. Night. Oh,
Yes, good evening.
after I've been told, I assume you've only got 2 days to get this done because I'm also supposed to be leaving in a couple of days' time. I'm heading up to Koloff City at some point. Got some affairs up there to deal with, personal ones. Will you be heading the same route?
Yes, I believe so. We only have a 48-hour limit in the city as well. Seems that that's how long grandfather's diplomatic access was valid for.
Can
So
I
it's been
tell you?
extended
Can I
to
tell you a
us.
secret? It was
Certainly.
supposed to be 5 days. They scaled it down to 2 for some reason. We don't know why, but I think they might be going for the village of Macras, just east of here, which is why we're being removed from the area. He didn't hear that from me, but if you're here after 40 hours, you might get targeted for being goblins in the war zone. Goblins are usually more favourable to the drow.
Interesting.
I
Thank you
I
very much.
would hurry tomorrow when I give you what information I can find.
If that's going to be the case, do you think maybe you can meet me at dawn as opposed to 2 hours after? Or would that be the earliest that you'd have information for me?
Earliest, because I have a briefing 2 hours before, and I get that briefing after 2 hours.
Very well then. I shall await your instruction.
Sure. Good night.
Have a good evening.
So, in the hallway now.
Right. I'm just going to wait a minute, did this conversation happen in the hallway?
Yeah, happened in the hallway.
Okay, I'm just
There's no one around. It is the middle of the night at this point.
have my idiot brothers stopped shagging their prostitutes yet?
Oh, they've only just started. They've only been at it for probably like 10, 15 minutes now. Well, whatever it is that they're doing.
Right,
You've been completely locked out of the room.
I'm going to head downstairs and ask the barman for a glass of brandy.
Sure. You head down. He's down there, still scrubbing that same glass. Yeah. What can I do for you?
A glass of brandy.
Hands the glass to you.
Thank you.
It's the only one we have left after the mess.
Excuse me?
Points to the empty shelves, and then points there. You're just able to look over. You can see a glass smattering everywhere. Don't break it. It's the last one I have at the moment until we can get more.
This is the only glass that you have in this establishment.
Yeah, I found it on the roof.
So, what are you meant to do if two people ask for a drink?
They share. One takes a drink, I clean it, and I give it, fill up for the next person and give it to them. Listen, I'm only an elf. I don't blow glass. We rarely ever use glass. But because we're a port city, we got care to traders, and they like their glasses. I got a shipment coming in about 2 weeks' time. I'm tired.
I can see that.
Ugh.
What happened?
What happened? The fucking elves decided to come. That's a bit arbitrary. They're all elves around here. The Galatasaray military was not supposed to be attacking, but they did. They overrun the area, and then the meeting to draw up a treaty for the area between the Galatasaray and the Dominion seemed to have decided to be not a priority anymore.
So they came in and smashed up everything?
It was a battle. The Dominion lost because they weren't expecting it. They were applying in good faith to come to these talks. But listen, I've been alive for hundreds of years, ever since the fall of Tiamat and the Alarian High Elves decided to break faith with Sildarine. The Galatasaray Empress and the High Council have been completely different in character.
I just down my brandy and give him back the glass.
Thank you.
There you go.
Takes it a rag. Same rag as used before. Starts scrubbing at where the lips were. Going in there. Do you need anything else?
Not really, apart from looking for something to pass the time until my brothers exhaust themselves. Yes, it seems that although there are enough for everybody to go around, unfortunately, I am kicked out.
I'm available if you want. I'm about to close up.
I'm flattered, but I think I'll just sit by the fireplace for the evening.
I just always wanted to try something small, like a gnome half-thing. Copper wasn't the top of my list, but hey.
In all fairness, Elf wasn't the top of my list either.
You've lived for 300 years old and you're bored.
Yeah, I can imagine. Perhaps in another lifetime.
Yeah. As the couple of drinks gets poured, we both talk for the night. He starts drinking as well, his own wares. You're not aware of anything at that point, but all of a sudden you feel a tap on your shoulder. You down here all this night? Morning. I passed you on my way out to my debrief. Had a long
good
night.
morning,
He's alive. And I spotted him running to a cave 3 miles southeast. They've
southeast, okay.
go now because they're definitely taken to the Drow capital for execution.
Okay.
Ransom. But it's most like execution because no one would pay the Dominion because they almost always give back bodies. But I've been ushered off to Koloth City to try and deal with a disagreement between the Galatasaray and the Dosh King. Apparently, they're arguing over what to deal with the undead in the Austral Desert, and they're trying to get us roped into it. I'm all for to stop these beasts from running over Dosh, because Dosh is the only thing between us and the Galatasaray and the undead. Since they don't like to use the water and the mountains, they will just freeze and brittle. I'd rather they stay Dosh's problem, not our problem. Yeah, busy times. So I'm afraid I won't be able to walk you home.
That's absolutely fine. I think we'll probably run into each other again, Sylvie. Take care.
My pleasure. Thank you. She hurries upstairs.
Right, I run upstairs and go and bash on the door as hard as I can to wake up
You
Casimir
give me
and Stuart.
give me an unarmed attack roll. In fact, no, just a strength check actually. So just the 1d20 plus your strength modifier.
Good grief. 19.
19. Okay. Somehow during the night, the door is used as a brace for whatever antics will happen in that room. So much that it was weakened. Even with your goblin stature, you were able to break open that door after about a few hits. Doors opened up. The room is completely destroyed. The girls are there. It's almost like a dog pile.
Well, I hope you two are proud of yourselves. Get up this instant.
Me? Me? Me?
As if I've not seen it before, Wart. Just get your clothes on.
Nee. What? What do you want? Cashmere.
I know where Grandfather is now. We've got to move quickly.
Why?
Because he's going to be executed if we don't.
Huh?
If you don't
Just
get up...
give me a...
If you don't get up and get dressed within the next 5 milliseconds, I am going to cut off your balls and wear them as earrings. 1. As it was counting down, I start taking a dagger out of my belt and start...
Make an intimidation check.
That is a 17.
Okay. Fine. Let's start with getting ready, equipment on. As you're about to leave, you spot Sylvie leaving the inn with another hooded companion sporting a tail.
Is this why you liked me?
They just close the door. Well, what's left of the door, slightly swings out a bit. They've left.
Well, at least I know why she was asking me if I like cats.
Yeah. From what you saw a tabaxi. Quite a tall one. It's right about 6 feet. Leave the room. Leave the tavern.
Interesting. No time to dwell on that. Right. Come on, you two. 2 to 3 miles south in a cave. That's our destination.
So, as you press your way, you do come across what was described by Sylvie as a cave near a waterfall. As you guys sneak inside, you hear a lot of Elvish talking, almost negligent to the position. You're quite surprised you managed to approach this so undetected, but the area was quite lush and wet and marshy. With your small statures, you guys managed to slip through. If there was any patrols that was watching you, they didn't see you. If there's anybody spotted watching the entrance, they didn't see you enter. So you managed to get in. If you like, you just open up Astro, where you can go into there. And it's a little bit dark, guys. What I'll do is bring it up, but it is supposed to be quite dark at the moment. There we go. We'll add a bit of fog effects. Okay for you? Says you you've had quite a stonework, quite a strange looking labyrinth stone.
Well, it's quite narrow, isn't it?
It's about 10 feet wide. Now, you do notice that Wart has a short bow of some sort that he's been using. what I'd like you to do is, for this particular event, could you please roll initiative?
Eight.
Okay. You've got 1, you got +4. So 11 and 23. Okay. Okay. So, Wart is up first. Gingerly, now the quite interesting thing about Wart is he seems to be quite quick, quite athletically and acrobatic when it comes to movement. He moves down with his bow, just puts his ear. I don't hear anything, he says in Goblin to you both. Not so much noise coming from other rooms. But at the moment, all seems quiet. Kashmir brushes past you. Pushes open the door. Wart looks in. Sees nothing. Nah, he's not. Kartad's not in here. It would be your turn. What would you like to do next?
Okay, I'll move here. Can I investigate the room for signs of Grandad?
You need to move your characters. You've not moved. This is a room. He's mostly storing a bit of food. There's a table in the middle. Smudged and just unfinished shavings of food. So looks like someone's been using this as a kitchen. Doesn't seem to be any goblin matter, as you can see. If you want to make an investigation check, you can.
Yeah, I'll make an investigation check just to be sure. So that is 15.
Okay, so yeah, pretty much all above. There's some blood, but it's definitely not goblin blood. This is basically, looks like some animal kill. As you know, wood elves are mostly vegetarian. Something has been killed here. That most likely is drow in the area. You do hear elvish though. We will do next.
I can hear people talking. Check the other doors.
Wart just literally walks up as soon as you say that and just literally pushes the door open and just walks in. Kashmir just literally just goes. It just begins walking the other direction. And leaves the cave.
Backstabbing little son of a bitch.
This, as you just begin my fingers. There's nobody here. Flump. What the hell was that noise? Okay, so top of the shiv order. We will have Wart, who notices this and begins 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Moves there and ends his turn. The two drow soldiers, full drow, dark skin, white hair, in body armor, sees you at the door and sees Walt running off. Begins running up. It notices that you're probably closer, and goes for the attack with his short sword. Does an
Alright.
18 hit.
Yes.
Take 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. I can use an opportunity attack though, right? Since he's came close to me.
Do you have anything that does that? It's use opportunity attacks are triggered for when something leaves your reach.
Alright, okay, sorry, I thought it was if something comes into my reach.
No, that's fine. Do you have anything on your reactions that allows you to make an attack of some sort? So actions, reactions, or you already have opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Who's next up on the initiative order? So the next one runs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 18 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 4 points of piercing damage. Oh, sorry, 5. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Next up is Kashmir. All of a sudden, you do see this green flash of light beam across, completely misses and hits the door on the other side, and all of a sudden, another one which strikes one of the guards, and he takes 6 points of force damage from an Eldritch Blast. On top of that, you don't see what's... You don't actually see where that came from. And it's your
To be
turn.
fair, I may be a bit preoccupied by the fact that I've been stabbed and both my brothers have ran away like cowards.
Yeah. So it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, the drow directly in front of me, I would like to stab him with my dagger.
Just as you go to do that, you hear a familiar voice. Use me. Now this is quite weird from your perspective. You didn't have this dagger when you were initially here in your past.
Mm-hmm.
But your dagger is there with you in your hand.
Weird. But alright, let's use Nulk, isn't it?
Okay. Who are you attacking?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you attacking? Number 1 or number 2?
I'm attacking the one straight in front of me.
Okay. Roll for the attack.
Does 16 hit?
It does indeed. Roll for damage. You can choose to add your...
That is 4 plus 3, so that's 7 damage.
Okay, perfect. As soon as you shove that into his attack, did you roll your narcotic damage as well?
No, I didn't.
That's
what's
fine.
It's
1d4 plus 1. But yeah, he literally dies right in front of you.
Excellent.
Okay. What do you want to do next? You have your move and your bonus.
Okay, I can reach the other
Yep.
guy from where I am, right?
Absolutely.
So I shall attack him with my other dagger. Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Very well. I shall now. Oh no, wait. No, I can't move. because I've used my bonus attack. My bonus action as an attack. So that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. All of a sudden, you see an arrow coming from out of nowhere.
Does it hit anything?
And you see him hit the drow officer. The soldier, sorry. And another one hits him straight in the eye. And he falls dead.
Good.
You can take this opportunity to peer down the hallway.
I think I shall.
You see your brother sitting down the hallway. Wart is holding the bow. And he's in the middle of reloading that bow.
Good work.
He. As much as I don't want this, tosses something to you.
Catch.
So he just passed you a lesser Austral healing potion. If you'd like to use it, you can heal 3d6 points
Of damage.
So a second, I'm trying to get the actual amount. Second. Yeah, lesser Austral healing potion. So if you want to use the whole potion, you can do 3d6 plus 9 healing.
Right, okay.
Do you want to drink it all? Or
I'll only drink half.
there's three potions you can drink from.
Right, okay. That's fine. So 3, and 2.
Yeah, you're back
So,
at health.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
So, as do you want to do anything now?
Yeah, we may as well press forwards.
Both Wart and Kashmir follow up your rear. Just like they're letting you lead this charge.
Alright.
Just as we're moving, you see all of a sudden Kashmir glowing a little bit. He seems to be has some kind of magic effect in a place where he's actually had cast mage armor on himself.
Right. I'm going to investigate this wee wrecked bit here on the left.
Wart says he's not in there.
I gather that wart, but I want to see if he's maybe been here.
Just smelly thralls.
Is there something that you're no telling us, Wart? Because you've been awful. What's the word I'm looking
He
for?
just walks past you, heading straight into the room where the two drow came from. Where there's more drow, there's more prisoners. And Kashmir just crackles a little bit and walks past you as well into the main room.
Right.
I think we should go this way.
I think maybe down here, because anybody comes down here, they've got a straight shot to an exit.
Seems to have agreed with you and is walking in that direction. And he just opens that door and just walks straight through.
Wart, for fuck's sake.
Okay, so initiatives are back on. Because Wart has just found combat. So, at the top of the initiative order, we have Wart. Wart does a ranged attack with his longbow. Just need to do two things. 1 second.
Wart's got a bloody death wish at this rate.
Takes a shot at the drow inside the room. That's one hit. And second attack. Both a hit. Oh, wow. Wart just kills that one outright.
Okay.
So Wart
See
is
the-
just Wart is going to town on this. You see Kashmir walk into the room behind you. And Wart's like, "Where's brother?"
And now where?
Just walks in that room as if you just told him to go jump on the bridge, off a bridge, and he is completely willing to do so.
Can I take a wee read of this book that was on the table in front of the Drow soldier?
Just as you do that, you hear Kashmir screaming.
Fuck's sake. I'll be back later. Where is he?
Kashmir went into the room north.
Wait.
Have you just read that now?
Hmm?
Okay, are you also in combat right now? Okay. So, I think you've got. Okay. So from that perspective, let's start the initiative order up again. Okay, the first one up is Drow number 3, who makes a attack. That's a hit and deals 8 slashing damage to Kashmir. And you hear, "What the hell are these things?" in Elvish. Actually, you don't speak Elvish, do you? Do you speak Elvish?
I speak, let's see now. Common, Undercommon, Goblin, Infernal, and Thieves' Cant,
You
but
know-
I don't speak English.
You know what you do speak? You do hear on the common. "What are these green things? Guards! Kill them!" So, as you can feel, this has already been a disaster. But as you hear something interesting being cast, all of a sudden, you see this swirl of energy right in front of you. And Kashrin and War appear out of nowhere. As one of them has just used Dimension Door to move into this location.
When the heck were you gonna tell me you learned that?
Both the guards there are literally like, and all of a sudden you hear behind you, "Find them!" So it is someone's turn. Five, six. And then it's somebody else's turn. Number 5. Number 5 walks over to Cashin and goes for the attack. So that's an 8, completely misses. Cashier is up next. he points his hand up to the guard, and he says, swing your sword at me, why don't you?" And you see this big green beam leave his hand as he tries. If he casts his Eldritch Blast, he hits the door right behind him, damaging the lock. And you hear behind that door. But the other one catches the guard square in the face as he rolls a natural 20 for an Eldritch Blast. And deals 16 points of damage. As the blast hits him, the falls back. His face completely I wouldn't want to describe it. Yeah, he completely had his face blown off.
Okay.
He then turns to the other one there, and he does cast Hex. On his strength attacks, his strength skills. So the Drow 7 soldier has now got weaknesses, strength checks, and attacks. And Drow number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There we go. Next up is you. What would you like to do?
Right, okay. So I will... I can move, attack, then move again, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So I'm going to move up here for a shot with my dagger.
Okay, roll for attack.
Does a 15 hit?
It does, roll for damage. Do you want sneak attack on this or not?
Yes, sneak attack.
Okay, add 2d6 to your attack roll. I think it's 2d6, so is it 1d6 for you? It tells you to sneak attack. It's 2d6 plus 1d4 plus your dagger, 1d4 plus your agility.
Okay, so that's 6, 1, 7, 9, and 2. Yeah, so it's a total of 7. Oh, no, wait, no. Wait. 6 plus... Wait. 10. Sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah, 10.
10 points of damage for 2d6 and 2d4 plus your agility. Dexterity.
That's like 2d4. I thought it was only 1d4.
1d4 for the actual dagger, 1d4 for your necrotic bonus.
Yeah. In that case, that's 12.
Drive the dagger into him. Get him a point to your dagger, so you now should have 2 points in your dagger now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. He's dead. So you've got a bit of time.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to move over to this door and open it because I heard something behind it.
Will it take you so long?
What the hell did you get captured for in the first place?
Look, it was another drink of wine, and a beautiful drow lady was giving it to me. It's not my fault that I fell victim to my needs.
Yeah, your need for testosterone released. Come on. Is there anybody from
out of the
escort
way!
with
Let me out!
There are still a few drow around, Grandfather. Is there anybody else from the
He talks
escort
past
with you?
He washes his hand and just... The lock just literally goes... and what's left of the lot just falls to the floor. And out comes this ogre, this orc. Thank you for freeing me. We should leave before the rest of the guards come. You see this in Undercommon? Too late. As a drow captain steps up. And another guard behind him. Okay, so the shoes are back on. Abuto just runs back into his cell. And so there's the orc he holds in and just closes the door, holds it shut.
I just knock on the door and shout, "Hey, orc, protect him."
What do you think I'm doing?
Good point.
You touch the door to see if they will move. That orc is holding that door in place. Well, well, well. I capture the most famous goblin in the world, and he brings some free brats for me to kill. I was looking forward to executing just one, but I think I'll kill all of you and bring the old man with me to my home and rejoice as I bathe myself in his blood. I will, however, he points to you. I'm going to keep you alive for a little while longer, and I'm going to have fun with you. You can see him licking his lips. He draws his sword. Prepare to die.
Listen, you creepy old generic git. There's two things you've got wrong with that statement. The only people that get to rejoice in grandfather's death are us. And two, you can't afford me.
At this point, somebody's ears is burning. For the wrong reasons. He just laughs and goes, "This will be a rich prize of pleasure when I wipe out the need of a family." So we're back at the top of the initiative order. Let's go roll a little dice. So Wart. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6. And then he uses his second action to start pushing the door.
You go in that door, you coward, and I swear to God, you won't need to die by his hand. I'll kill you myself.
He's shaking his head at you. He's shaking his head at you.
Why won't you attack him? You've done plenty of other things to the other drows here.
You notice he's not holding his bow anymore. This bow is beside the captain. No, sorry. His bow's beside not Captain Cashrin.
What? You do notice a difference between what's in my hands and what's in yours?
Oh, he pulls out a dagger and goes,
Good man, but the dagger ain't going to be much use over here, is it? Get your horse back over there. Go on. Go on, move.
He's scary.
Do you know who else is scary when they're angry?
Me as the drow. He says me as the walks up 2, 3, and 4, and takes 2 attacks against Kashmir. Kashmir. One misses, one hits. Does 8 points of damage to Kashmir. So next up is the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goes for an attack on you. And that is 22 to hit.
Fuck. Yeah, that hits.
Take 4 points of piercing damage.
And as he hits me, I look over at Wart and go, "You and I are gonna have words later."
So it is Cashrin's turn. Cashrin casts a spell onto the Drow Captain. So he uses one of his 4th level spell slots to cast Vampiric Touch. And that appears to be a miss. And he just kind of looks around and goes, it is the last Gerard's turn, who is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then it's Alvuvor's turn.
Right, okay, so I'm going to use my first attack against the Drow soldier that's just after hitting me. And I'll use my good dagger against him.
Okay, roll for attack.
Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Damn it. Yeah, I use my bonus action to throw another dagger at the Drow captain.
Okay, roll for attack.
Does a 17 hit?
It does not either.
For God's sake.
Cashrin looks at you and goes, "Can't you hit something?"
You're the one that is in touching range and not doing anything either. Besides, I think we should turn our dagger towards Cheesehead here that's decided to run away.
This is to say that Ward 1, 2, 3 jumps to the top of the torture table, and when he jumps up, he draws two short swords, and goes for his first attack with his main hand, which is a 16, which doesn't hit. And his offhand, which is another 13, and then finally his second main hand attack, which is a natural 19 plus 7, so that's a hit. So he rolls damage and deals 8 points of piercing damage.
Right, who's he dealing that against?
That's to the captain, the only one he can attack Laura.
Oh, good.
So he's the only one he can attack Laura. To which it is said captain's turn. He makes 2 attacks against Gershon, and they both hit. So it's 11 points of piercing damage onto Kashmir. Kashmir is now in a lot of trouble. He doesn't do any further, but it's Cashier's turn. Cashier is going to attempt Vampiric Touch again, and that's a natural 1. He closes up his hand, just sways a little bit, wasting his somatic component of his spell. He's definitely hurt because he is bleeding. He's down to 1 knee at the moment. And it's you next.
Okay. I am going to move. So I can move 6 squares, right?
You can move, yes. How are you moving?
I'm moving here.
How are you moving?
I'm moving just straight past wards and
Okay.
round person.
Does a 19 hit?
No. Oh wait, yeah, sorry, yeah, it does.
Take 8 points of piercing damage. You provoked an opportunity attack from Drow that's all to 6.
Okay, and I attack the drow with my dagger main hand.
Go ahead, roll for attack.
Does 22 hit?
It does indeed. Roll for damage. And you want to add your sneak attack, I take it.
Yep.
So add a charge to your weapon, so it has 3 charges now. Then roll 2d4, 2d6, and add your dex modifier.
So 7 plus 9, that's 16. Plus dex, it's 19?
I'm not sure.
19.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I think just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take another swig of that healing potion.
I thought you used all 3 charges.
I asked you if I can just have half, and you said that there were 3 uses out of it.
Yeah. So how many uses did you use then?
Like, I only used 2, because 2 was more than enough to heal me.
Alright, we'll just do that as you can roll 1d6 plus... ...1d6 plus 3.
Okay, so that's 4.
Okay, heal 4 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that will be you out of actions. So the next up is both drows. Moves up to the door.
Shit.
Turns to face you. Brings up his crossbow. It's a hand crossbow he's using. And he aims at you.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
That's fine. The other one at the other door also takes a crossbow shot at you. That's a 7.
No, that doesn't hit either.
Perfect. So back to the top of the initiative order. Ward goes for his first attack, which does not hit. That one does with his offhand. Sorry, second main hand attack. So one of his main hand attacks hit. And he deals 6 points of piercing damage to the captain. And the captain's next. Sorry. There we go. So he turns to Kashmir. Makes his first attack, which is a miss. His second attack is also a big miss. it is Kashmir's turn, I believe. Yep. Kashmir uses Eldritch Blast and takes 2 shots at the captain. Neither hit. And it would be again one of the Drow officers' turn. Oh, no, I think it's your turn next, isn't it? Yep, your turn.
Alright, okay. How is the drow captain looking?
A little bit hurt.
Okay, not terribly hurt. Nowhere near close to going down.
He's not wounded.
Right, okay. I am going to take a couple of range attacks this time. I'm going to take a range attack against drow number 6 at the door with my short bow.
Okay. Just as you drop the blade into its slot, pull out. Wait, get an attack roll.
Does a 16 hit?
It does indeed. Roll for damage.
Sorry, what's with my d4 there? Okay, so that's 3 plus 3. So, oh no, wait, no, it's a d6 for
You add in your
short bow.
sneak. You don't have sneak attack for this one. Sorry.
5.
5 points of damage. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Can I take another attack at drow number 3?
Nope.
In that case, no, I'm just going to whisper to Cashrin, take another healing potion.
He. Drow number 6 takes a crossbow shot at you, misses. The other one does the exact same mistake. Misses. And it is Wart's turn. So Wart just turns around, walks off, and triggers an automatic attack from this cocked roll die. So that's a hit. What has so much armor? No, it's not a hit. Oh, yes, it is. Probably it is. And so it's a hit with the crossbow. Down up crossbow sword. So he takes 5 points of piercing damage. And okay, moves up to draw 6. Makes an attack roll with his sword. There's this 17 to hit, so it rolls damage and 8 points of piercing damage to that one there. And he, the door, falls dead. Good tired.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So that's that draw done. So let's the elite's turn. Goes with double slash on the cash room. So that there is a checking how fast it is. Yeah, both of those hit. That's 4 and 7 points of damage to Cashier. Think that's his turn? Yeah. 2 slashes at Kashmir. Kashmir falls down. 1 down. Hovers his blade over to you next.
You forget we've taken down several of your men, right?
And have cut down your most powerful person here.
Ah, you think so?
Oh, I know so. Okay. So next to the attack roll, I believe, was Cashew. So Cashew is now going to roll death saving.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a success. So he stays alive for just a little bit longer. So that's 1 success. And next up is you.
Right, okay, I'm just going to switch back to my special dagger and go for...
How many charges have you got with that yet?
I've got 3.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go for his throat.
Roll for attack.
Does 18 hit?
It does roll for damage. And do you want sneak attack as part of this? Actually, never mind, you don't have sneak attack.
Right, okay.
So 2d4 plus your dex.
Okay, so that's 5 plus 3, so 8.
8 points of piercing damage, okay. Add a point to your dagger.
Mm-hmm.
He is bleeding.
I should think so if I went for the throat. I'll use the other dagger as attack.
Does a 15 hit? Oh, sorry, it's your turn, apologies. Yep, sorry. Mm-hmm. Yep, roll for attack.
Yeah. And that's a 17.
Nope, this is not hit.
Yes, I will.
Anything else you want to do?
Let's see, I've used my bonus action for the other attack, so I can't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I think next time I will do Nimble Escape. I keep forgetting that I've got that.
Mm-hmm.
But, and my turn.
You've also got that thing that for small people have to do more damage as well. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so you take 7 points of piercing damage from a crossbow shot from the guy at the back, soldier 3.
Sorry, how many?
7.
7, right. I thought you said 70.
Not quite. Can you also make a constitution saving throw, please?
So that's 7.
Okay, so you're now poisoned.
Shit.
Which means you now have disadvantage on attack and ability checks. So I just picking something for you.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So see if you go to your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
You have like where it says conditions. You can add poison there. Rather than for your hit points.
Ah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Right, shall we continue?
Yep. So it is Ward's turn. Ward moves over here, picks up his longbow, and takes a shot at the other drow soldier. Almost without aiming. Hits. Puts the damage. And goes for his second attack. That's also a hit. Eight points of damage. He falls dead. One in the chest, one in the head. The drow captain just looks around and just pathetic. So it is his turn. And he's going to make an attack against you.
Of course.
2 attacks. So there's a natural 1. But does a 17 hit?
Unfortunately.
Okay. $11 points of piercing damage.
We're going to have a problem here.
The gold.
Yep.
That's absolutely fine. So as you were struck down, you don't remember what happened. So you're nice back. So just drop you to death for a little bit. So you'll be now on your death saving throws. So your memory starts to fade at this point. You don't remember what else happened. But as you came to, you're back in Call Off City. Ward and Kesharon are nowhere to be seen, but that orc that was there and that was looking after your grandfather is there looking over you, going, "Ah, you're waking at last."
Is grandfather safe?
Yeah, your middle brother slayed the captain.
Well, as long
And
as
I
granddad's safe, that's the main thing.
carried you and Kesharon back to the town. They healed you and took you home.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name? This one is called Hurasik.
Thank you, Hersik.
My pleasure, Madam Nidra. When you're awake and you're well enough, your grandfather would like to speak to you. He waits in his office.
I best go and see him now. I want reassurance that he's okay after that experience.
Okay, so you manage to get to bed. You see him feel well rested, well healed.
Okay, I'll just walk
Hurasik shows you the door. The door you've already been in. You search for him only a couple of... Well, last time you were here, you saw his search there. You come in. This is this old goblin man just like on... There's also two girls on top of him. Or rather lying on the desk. One of them's completely naked, the other one was halfway to be naked.
Are they awake?
They're all sound asleep.
We get around them and gently tap grandfather on the shoulder to wake him up.
Are you awake?
You sent for me, or is this a bad time?
Yes. Can't you protect your grandfather?
You shouldn't get into trouble like that, old man, and you should know better than to double dip.
Yes, well done. You put your life down for me.
Well, they two chowder heads weren't going to do it, so...
this man here brought you home. He's to look after you while we're on some business. The girls kind of giggle.
When you say we're on some business, do you mean you or do you mean both of us?
Do something for me. There's this lovely elf girl from the Gladysari Empire, a diplomat of sorts. I want you to do something for me.
I'm not asking her to service you, grandfather. I think you've got enough people to do that.
No, I want you to find her. And that's what we're going to call it.
You're a git, you know that?
So, I'm going to leave that open to interpretation. But that's where we're going to leave it. So he wants you to do something regarding to Sylvie. That's... Memory's faded. Goes back to the back of your mind. You completely forgotten, like, oh, and that's because Van Zandt's rocking your wake, says, come on, we're packing up and going.
You can have let me have 5 more minutes.
Well, it's light and we've got a lot of ground to cover before we get back to Samir for the festival. So let's go.
Fine. Remind me when we get back to Samir to send a raven home.
Okay. So there's going to be an addition to your character sheet. Just looking for it, so now.
Anytime you're ready.
So, I don't think you've got this already. No, you don't. Okay, perfect. So you remember how to use your left hand a bit better. Are you right-handed, left-handed as a Filvor?
Right-handed.
You feel like you a little bit better with your left hand as well. So you just gain feet. You're now dual wielder. You gain... Oh, no, sorry, not dual wielder. You are a fighting initiate of 2-weapon fighting, which, when you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of your offhand attack. So your dex, your damage of your offhand attack is increased by your dexterity.
Okay.
So in other words, you get extra free damage on your offhand attacks when used. Alright. So, you and your brothers went on a journey to find your grandfather who was kidnapped after something went wrong. There was supposed to be some sort of summit to end a conflict of some sort between the Dominion and the Glenasari Empire. The realm of Glenasari. Technically it's an Imperium as well, but it's a bit of disambiguated in what it is at the moment. You failed during the battle, but was brought home safe and sound, and you recovered well. And your grandfather has given you orders in relation to a elven diplomat that was met in that town. Nothing specific was given to you at that point. You don't remember what was the order of the request. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Perfect. So that's that. How was that so far?
Yeah, that was good. So I really wish you didn't leave on a cliffhanger, because now I'm like, okay, we're going to have to rattle to everyone else now before you get back to me.
As you know, you're going to revisit this next part here might have to be revisited in the actual main storyline, the main campaign.
Good point.
I don't know what's going to happen, because I don't know if we're going to be doing a second round of short stories, everybody, like this. But any comments of what happened?
Honestly, I'm just a wee bit embarrassed I didn't get to see the ending of that fight. And of all people,
You
Wart's
hear
supposed
some
to pick
tale.
that out of the hall.
You hear some tale as he knocked you out. Wart shoved an arrow through him. It was the chest, the throat, the eye. Wart shoved the bullet through the guy. The count changes every day.
I'm gonna have to actually ask Hersick what actually happened then. So I've got a feeling like he's beaten down the door, came
didn't
through the
see.
door and actually strangled.
I didn't see how he was killed. He was behind
And
the door
then
at the
you
time.
your secrets.
Right. So that's that just now. Anything else you want to mention and say? Any comments about what happened?
Nothing that comes to mind, just a plug for on Monday when we'll be going back to the main campaign, I think.
Indeed. So drop off to Astro, because I've got to switch everything back over to the main Astro for tomorrow, Monday.
Is when we come back on Monday, we will be in Samir with all the other group. I might be a little bit late, but I will be there.
Yeah, you're on your way to the temple, which we'll cover there, but you need to hurry and move your butt.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll move my butt. It's kind of difficult. I'm a bit vertically impaired. Got little short legs.
So for now, we'll call it there. So guys, everybody, thank you very much for coming. It was a short story, so it wasn't supposed to go on to 3 to 4 hours as normal, but I hope you all enjoyed the little story and getting to know this crazy lean, mean, green family. Until next time, me and Lorna, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Catch you later. Bye.